is up, Task Force X, Decepticon 9 here, back with another McFarlane figure ranking. I was blown away by how much you guys liked the McFarlane Mortal Kombat video. I don't know if that was probably because it was McFarlane or if it was for the Mortal Kombat purposes, but I love McFarlane toys, so I decided, hey, let's give some more of those a go. So today, we're going to take a look at the Suicide Squad King Shark Build-A-Figure wave. This is my first McFarlane Build-A-Figure, so that was really exciting. This wave, pretty special to me, obviously, because it's my first Build-A-Figure wave, but also because the figures come from a fantastic film. If you haven't seen James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, I would absolutely recommend it. One of the best comic book movies in recent memory, and maybe of 2021. Shang-Chi comes pretty close. It's a pretty close tussle. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Marvel. It's a DC day. We're talking about the Suicide Squad. It's a top 5, so let's get right into it.
Bird.
Coming in at the bottom of the list at number 5 is John Cena's Peacemaker. I expected to like this figure a lot more than I actually did, especially because I got most of these after seeing the movie, so their characterizations were already set up in my mind, and I don't know what it was, but I don't like this figure that much. I don't know why. I can't put any reasons on it. One of the big reasons that I can is his legs seem like they're molded as like curves, so you can't squeeze his legs together like that and have him stand. I mean, you could, it's just going to look a little weird. So they've got to be kind of always at this, out at an angle pose. I don't know, it's weird. The detailing and the costume and everything is fine. You know, it's normal McFarlane levels. Looks nice, looks good. Head sculpt looks a little wonky. The helmet, they probably could have painted a shinier color, especially because it was shown to be very shiny in the film. The elbow bend is a little weird too. Like when you bend it right there, it just, I don't know, looks a little odd.
You know what? I'm about to say it.
Say it.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
But also the other downside is they stopped giving these characters guns as accessories. And I know Peacemaker used this sword in the movie, but it feels really weird for him to not have that super long-nosed pistol.
Bird.
And coming in at number 4, it pains me to have her so low on this list, but it's Harley Quinn. This is my first McFarlane Harley Quinn. I think he's only done like 1 or 2 others. And this she's great and all. She's Harley Quinn, she's in her suit. The downsides here really is the costume they chose to put her in. I know she wore this for most of the movie, and she looks phenomenal. She looks really good. Her legs don't look too bad. She's got all that tattoo detail there. She's got all the tattoo detail on her arms, on her back, and her head sculpt looks probably the best in the entire wave. She looks really, really nice. But due to this dress choice, I would have rather they put her in the opening scene costume that she had. That costume, probably the best live action Harley costume we've ever seen. And I wish we'd gotten a figure of that instead, because this also hinders her waist. She can't really turn her waist, which especially when you're going to give a figure the javelin, it's kind of weird not to have a waist swivel. So I like Harley overall. She looks fantastic. How can you go wrong with a Harley Quinn? I just wish they would have changed into a different outfit.
Bird.
Coming in straight in the middle at number 3, character I didn't know I was going to like as much as I did. That is Idris Elba's Bloodsport. Look at this guy. This figure looks pretty dang awesome. Also, they got that helmet sculpt absolutely correct. That thing is beautiful. The colors on it aren't too bad. They're, I think, a little brighter than the actual movie's colors were, so that's not a big deal. Again, really the biggest complaint here about this is even though he did use these in the movie, he did use more guns in the movie, so it feels a little weird just to be giving him a couple swords. Especially with how cool his powers are. They could have done some really nice sculpting on all of those pieces. They could have given us lots of accessories for Bloodsport. But overall, he still looks really, really nice. You can get him into some sweet poses, and he looks really, really good in all of them. And even I can't even complain about the swords because they look pretty spectacular in all the poses you're going to put him in anyway.
Bird.
Coming in at number 2, I absolutely love that we have a figure of this guy. Booyah, Polkadot Man. This guy is awesome. Out of all the single pack figures in this wave, definitely the best. You obviously now know who's going to come in at number 1, but Polkadot Man here just is, he looks great. He's super, super cool. I love having him out on a shelf. His articulation is standard McFarlane articulation, but he looks great in nearly every pose you put him in. He does have optional goggles, so you can pull him up, and that head sculpt isn't too terrible. Plus, he also comes with his polka dot accessory, so you can be throwing polka dots. And it's a ridiculous character, it's a ridiculous figure, and that's why we love having it. That's why he's so high.
Bird.
All right, here we go. You all saw this coming. Well, I don't know if you did. If you know me, you probably saw this coming. Number 1 figure from the Suicide Squad wave is the Build-A-Figure, King Shark. I mean, come on. Look, come on. Do I even need to say any words? He barely says any words, so I probably don't need to say any words. This guy's awesome. This is the main reason I wanted to get all the Suicide Squad figures, especially after seeing the movie. He is easily my favorite character from the film. I loved King Shark since before Suicide Squad, obviously. I like sharks. They're one of my favorite creatures on this planet. And so having a shark-based villain was always really cool to me. And the way James Gunn executed it in the film, absolutely brilliant. If I had to give a complaint about King Shark, it's that his shorts do seem a little constrictive of articulation, but you can still get a little bit of leg movement out of there. And if we're being honest, in the movie, he never really moves his legs that much anyway. So getting him in a static leg pose, but being able to move his torso and his arms around and his head and his mouth, because his mouth opens up all the way, it's not that bad. He looks really, really spectacular. And he's an intimidating, imposing figure to have on the shelf, but he's also very cute and cuddly, and that's why we like King Shark. Number 1.
I will kill each and every one of you with my bare hands if I have to!
Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me on this McFarlane Toys Suicide Squad ranking. I know there's not many figures to rank in this one, so it makes it kind of short, kind of easy. I just put out a kind of lengthy Spider-Man Marvel Legends video. I've got a Spider-Man Marvel Legends villain one on the way. There's a Justice League McFarlane's one on the way. There's lots of stuff coming soon, you guys. So let me know in the comments if that's how you would rank the Suicide Squad figures, if you would rank them a little bit differently. Where do you put everybody? That's all I got for you guys today. I'll catch you guys next time.